because I have forgotten to do that. So this is my last show of the year. And so I am hoping that all of you will share it with everybody to listen, and let's grow together in all the wonderful things that we do. And so today I am going to give a free gift. It's the book Everyday Spirit to the 7th private. You have to privately message me now at Lillian's radio show, just my private messenger. So the 7th in messenger will get Everyday Spirit. It's a wonderful, wonderful book reflection. Oh, okay. Was that 10 seconds? Have we started? I can't hear anything, Andre. There we go. Show has started.
We burn, we make mistakes, then we live and learn when life gets tough.
I hope you guys are all dancing with me. Andre, you dancing? Right now.
If you're in need of hope, you know where I'll be. I'll be right here, right here. And when you need a friend, you can count on me. I'll be right here, right here.
Okay, everybody, start sharing. I can't get the video to share.
You can always turn to the Lillian McDermott Show. We talk to Lillian visitor on the web at whenyounneedafriend.com. Now let's all learn together. Here's Lillian McDermott.
Hello, my listening friend. It's so nice we can meet each other on the air on this beautiful, best day ever. And if you have been listening to the show for the last almost 8 years, so 7.5 years, or you just picked up the show yesterday for the first time, welcome back. But if this is the first time that you have been you've stumbled upon the show, the Lillian McDermott radio show, then just know that I've been waiting for you. This is a special day, the day that you found us, because it's time to grow. The universe is saying it's time to expand and grow. And so that you know this is a safe place you can go to when you need a friend. It is my commitment to provide alternative ways to heal, and it is my mission to make awareness, responsibility, and truth a part of our everyday life. And I hope you, my listening, as well as my viewing friends, I am live on Facebook at Lillian's radio show. So those of you who are live on Facebook, get the on and off the air conversations right away. You don't have to wait till you listen on YouTube. So I want to encourage you to go on to Lillian's radio show on Facebook so that we can all embrace this new truth and live the life of your dreams. So today I am doing something very different. I am giving away 2 books. It's called Everyday Spirit by Mary Davis. Mary Davis was on the show. This is the inspirational book that I've been doing every morning. It was a book that was sent to me by a listener. And it's been my little time with myself, reconnecting with spirit. And so the 7th caller from the radio station that you call or text 407-373-5959. That's 407-373-5959. And this is for U.S. only. I'm not going to be sending it all across the world unless you want to pay for it, but in the U.S. only. And that's 407-373-5959. That's the number to call. Or you can go on Facebook Live at Lillian's radio show and send me a private message on Messenger, the 7th Messenger message. Then you too will get a free book called Everyday Spirit. Now, she doesn't even know, Mary Davis doesn't even know I'm offering this book today, but I am offering the book. I have some extra copies that I asked for to give away, because this is such a special connection when you connect with yourself. And so as you look at your life and you see, oh my goodness, the end of the year is upon us. The end of the year. And we're going to be starting over next year. And so as we look back, sometimes it's great to look back. Actually, it is always good to look back. But when we look back with curiosity, not criticism, with curiosity, with excitement, with joy, with all the different components that brings a positive change in your life. So many of us look back to should on ourselves. Yes, I said should. Instead of saying, what do I want? What do I want? We say, what should I have done? Well, you did what you did because you needed to do it. There's a gift and a lesson in there. There's a gift and a lesson in everything we do. And I am almost 95% convinced that there are no accidents, that everything has divine purpose, that everything has a meaning. And so I want to ask you to go back, but not to be critical and not to should on yourself, but to say, what did I want in that moment? What did I want to accomplish in that moment? No blame, no shame, no fault, no duty. Embracing what was, what is, and how you want to embrace a new result. See the difference? Do you see the difference there? You know, they say that time flies when you're having fun, but where has the time gone? And they say time heals all wounds, but time heals nothing. What you do with that time is what's important. So, today on the show, I want to sit back and I want to reflect on some of the gifts and lessons that we've learned on the show, some of the gifts and lessons that I've learned. I want you to text me at 407-373-5959 to share with me what gift, what lesson have you learned this year that you want to share with me. You can also go on Facebook at Lillian's Radio Show and make a comment. Share it. You can share it privately on Messenger at Lillian's Radio Show. And we're going to continue our conversation with my last show of the year when we return worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. We'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, so I don't know what's going on, and maybe someone can help me, but when I go onto my Facebook, I do not see anything other than old posts. What did I do wrong? Oh, wait a minute. I need to go home? Maybe? Let's see. Because I want to be, that's what I did. Isn't it amazing? We just sometimes need to ask. We just need to ask, and it just appears. Okay, so for those of you who are watching on Facebook Live, this is the question. What have been your gifts and lessons? I'll share a little bit about my gifts and lessons. And so with you, what are yours? And so I would love for you to share your gifts and lessons. Let's see. Okay, I am going to, you could also text me at 407-373-5959. But today is going to be some of the wonderful ways that I've learned to, cope. Cope. Is that a terrible word? How we cope, how we deal with certain things in our life, certain aspects in our lives where most people would crumble and say, I'm done with life. What do you do differently? So we're going to address that. So I want to hear from you. I want to hear so that you can win your book. So I'm going to keep an eye on Messenger so you can share the word. And now I'm going to share with my friends. Let me see. In a group. Let me see. I will share with TMC because I love them. That's where I became a certified life coach, by the way. And now TMC has changed to grow within, and I'll share it with them. And then I don't know how to share it with my private people, like my personal page. So let's see if we can create, and I would like for you guys, whoever's listening and watching, whether you're a stealth watcher and nobody knows that you're watching, or if you are one that says, hey, I'm here, then please share it with your friends.
You can count on me.
And I hope you're all dancing with me. Andre, you're new, but you need to dance with me. And you've got that Latin blood in you. So
Lillian McDermott, or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn and grow together. And today I get to share the most important aspect of the Lillian McDermott radio show, which is to give and receive love and knowledge. Give and receive love and knowledge is what our purpose and mission is in this life. And I learned that. I learned that when I became a life coach. You know, sometimes people get and receive information and they hoard it. They hoard it. But there's others that go to the top of the mountain and they just shout it as loud as they can. Who are you? Which one are you? Are you the hoarder? Or are you the one that wants to share? The one that pokes people in the eye in the wrong way sometimes because you really, really care and you want them to learn this new truth that you learned and you're so excited about it. Yeah, I'm talking about myself. Yes, I'm talking about myself. And so, but when I talk about others, I'm really talking about myself. What you see in others, you're really seeing in yourself. And you just don't want to look at it. So there's different ways. And by the way, you guys listening to my little bell? I think it's annoying me right now. I think I'm moving my arm too much. So I'm going to put it down. So I want to share with you, for those of you who are listening in the Jacksonville area, or if you want to join our Heal Tribe, I want to start with that. This whole year has been about healthy eating and living. I've learned that it is not just mind, body, spirit. It's spirit, mind, body. And so we're making some shifts, and today we're going to be talking about all these different little tweaks that I've made along the year of the teachers that have taught me such wonderful gifts and lessons. And so the Heal Tribe will be coming in. We will be going to True Food Kitchen in Jacksonville on January 17th, 2019. That's January 17th, 2019 at 5:30. We're going to meet there in the private room, and we're going to have a Heal Tribe meeting. This is healthy eating and living. One would think that if I eat well, everything's going to be great. But here's the thing. There are things that happen in our past that we don't want to deal with, and we get sick. The body that stores that memory in the body, and it starts manifesting if we don't heal it. If we don't deal with it, excuse me, it'll manifest into a disease. And so your body will scream at you, I'm in pain, I'm in pain, I'm in pain. And then you go to the doctor and they'll say, oh, you have fibromyalgia. Or they'll give it a name, and then all of a sudden you go, oh, okay, it's the fibromyalgia, or it's the diabetes, or it's the heart condition, or it's the. But along with good nutrition, if you don't heal your spirit and if you don't heal your mind, then you're not complete. We're more than just the body. We're more than just a person that has a career or a person in a relationship, or there are other people that are just absolutely wonderful at meditating and being connected with their source, but they eat like horribly. So it's about combining all of that. And that is what the Heal Tribe is all about. It's healthy eating and living. January 17th, 2019, if you'd like to come, you can join the Heal Tribe at the Heal Tribe, Heal, H-E-A-L, Tribe, and Healthy Eating and Living. Go there, request to be added because it's a private group. But here's what I wanted to lead to, that on January 17th, on that private meeting that we're going to have for the Heal Tribe, we're going to have a special guest. And that special guest is Dr. Joel Furman. So I know that all of you in Jacksonville have said to me, I can't believe it. Everybody in Brevard County get to spend some time with Dr. Joel Furman, but he is going to be our guest speaker. He will be via Zoom. I don't want to say he's going to be physically there, but for now he's going to be via Zoom, and we will be able to discuss how we want to heal our life. Now, he is really good with the body aspect, with the nutritional aspect of the body. So I want to encourage you to, if you are having some health issues that are causing symptoms, he can help you tweak it through healthy nutrition. And of course, that is Eat to Live. One of his first books that he ever wrote was Eat to Live. And now he has the Eat to Live Quick and Easy. And no, this is my copy. I'm not giving it to you. But so that you know that if you join the Heal Tribe and you go to that event on January 17th at True Foods Kitchen in Jacksonville, you will be able to ask your questions and see him face to face. So with that in mind, I wanted to plant the seed so that you will mark your calendar and be with us and join us on that day. So one of the things that I've been noticing over and over and over is people that want to eat healthy but still feel bad. They feel depressed. They feel like everybody else is doing better than they are, but not them. They're not doing well. They feel that maybe they were dealt a horrible deck of cards. And so I wanted to start with that, is the thinking aspect, because first it's a thought. And so my commitment as I look back on the shows, my commitment is, I focused on the spirit and I focused on nutrition and the body. But coming into 2019, my focus is going to be on the mind, And we're going to be we had Dr. Bill Walsh on the show, and we are making some plans for the new year to have a monthly mind. We're going to look at the mind, because many people are depressed. Many people are experiencing anxiety. Many people are saying, what is this world, and committing suicide. They're ending their life. They're losing hope. So this is going to be my commitment for 2019. I just wanted to share that with you. And so coming in the future, we're going to be giving away these tests that you can see if you have metal toxicity, if you have what your toxic overload is, what are your deficiencies. And so that's going to be huge for many of us who cannot afford that kind of testing. We're giving it away on the Lillian McDermott radio show with the group that has already made a commitment. And I'll share a little bit more about that. But going back to focusing on the mind, first it's a thought. That thought converts into a feeling. And then that feeling converts into an action. So I always say, nip it in the thought. People say nip it in the bud. I say nip it in the thought. So let's talk about these people that are focusing on not enoughness. Perhaps maybe there is lack thinking that this is not enough, that this is not good enough. Or maybe I'm not making enough money, or maybe I hate my job, or maybe somebody else's job is better than mine. Maybe someone looks better than me. These are all the thoughts that we have in our head. And so if we are thinking that way, which is called stinking thinking, if you're stinking thinking all over yourself, then what is next? How can we shift that? So I came up with an acronym of LACK. That's the lack mentality. So as you know, I love acronyms. And so that's how I remember things. And so I created something that will help us see why there is lack in our life. If you're focused on what you don't have, you'll get more of what you don't have. And this is something I didn't understand. I thought, I'm focusing on that, so therefore I'm not going to get it. I'm focusing on not having lack. But that doesn't work either, because the brain doesn't understand the difference between do and don't, fact or fiction. And the way I can prove that to you is if you go to a movie and you're watching, Friday the 13th, 35, or if you're watching, some scary slasher gasher movie, or a movie that is a fictional movie, and you're crying or you're anxious or you're nervous or you're wanting to run with a person or you want to scream at the screen, get out, then that means that they captured your mind. They captured your mind, and your body started reacting as if it was really happening. It doesn't know you're watching a movie. I remember watching my dad see boxing. He used to love to watch boxing. And my dad would watch it like he would bob back and forth. And I'm thinking, Daddy, why are you bobbing back and forth? And it was because in his mind, he was experiencing what that other person was experiencing. And so he was responding that way. So L is for lamenting, lament, complaining. What you talk about is what you manifest. So if you're complaining all the time about your lack, I don't have this and I don't have that, then that's part of lack thinking. Then the A is for anxiety. If you're feeling anxious right now, then chances are you're thinking lack. And so that is detachment of self and a higher power. And so I want to encourage you, when you become a subscriber, you will get the 90-day challenge to self-love ebook. And that way you'll be able to start dealing and healing your body and healing yourself. C is for compare. You're better or worse than. If you compare yourself that are worse than you, then you are there. There's nothing to grow. But if you compare yourself with something that's unachievable, then again, they're going, okay, well, why bother? I'll never achieve that. So it's so important that you don't compare and that you focus on what you want only. This is what you want. And then the last one is the K on lack. It's killjoy. The dream ends before it begins. Who wants that? Who wants that, to be around someone who's killjoy? So if you're experiencing a situation where you're not happy with what's going on in your life, chances are you're thinking about a lack. What I want to do is when we return from the break, I want to talk about the antidote for that lack, which I came up with a new acronym called FACT. FACT. So what are the facts that you need to focus on to change the stinking thinking that we are so good? Instead of being curious about what happened, you're critical. And so I'm starting off with this holiday celebration talking about lack. What do you want? What do you dream? What are your dreams? Why have you been afraid of dreaming? And not just dream, but dream big. But take baby steps along the way. Create a plan to focus on what you want and not the lack. And so today, I am your guest. I am the one that's sharing. I guess I always call the people who are doing that teachers, but I am the student. I am the student, and I'm sharing with my other students what it is to be in lack mentality. And so to help with this, I am giving away Everyday Spirit, the 7th caller or texter, 407-373-5959. And also, you send a message on Messenger, and you will be the 7th messenger to send a message, and you will get a copy of Everyday Spirit. And we're going to continue our conversation when we return worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. We'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, so here we go. Stinking thinking. How many of you can relate to stinking thinking? Andre, do you think your way through life, or are you a positive thought person?
Can you repeat that?
Yes. Are you a stinking thinker? Are you constantly thinking about lack?
Yeah, actually I do. but I try just to be happy and
You
know,
try to be happy with your lack. You accept your lack. Is that what it is?
not really.
Ah, well, I tell you what. So what we're going to do is we're going to get out of that lack thinking mentality. So for those of you who maybe tuned in for the first time today, Andre is my producer, board operator in Jacksonville. I'm noticing that I'm going in and out of Facebook Live. So I don't know if that's what's happening there. Okay. So when we are thinking about lack, that's what we manifest. The brain doesn't know, don't be late. The only thing the brain hears or processes is be late. It doesn't know the difference between fact and fiction. It doesn't know the difference between do and don't. It just knows the word that you say afterwards. So if you want to be, if you don't want to be poor, and if you focus on poverty, or you don't want to be poor, then that's when poor, lack is what you focus on. But focus on health and wealth. Focus on what you want, and that's what will manifest in your life. But it's not just thinking about it. It's the feeling that comes with it that starts the process of brewing, and then you will absolutely do it. So if it's just a thought, then it's the feeling, and then it's the action. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And so I want to hear from you. I want to hear if this is something that you find yourself lack thinking. Like Andre said, I do think about lack. And that's wonderful that he acknowledged that to himself. He acknowledged it to, and so then when you acknowledge it to yourself, then that is when you're able to make the change, make the shift. And so right now, I don't know how much time we have left, Andre, but I want to acknowledge my sponsors. I want to acknowledge my sponsors, whether they're on the air for the radio or my sponsors on Facebook Live. I just want to acknowledge Keep Me Safe Organics. Hey, by the way, if you go to whenyouneedafriend.com and you click onto my Keep Me Safe logo, you will get 10% off your entire purchase. That's 10% off. So enter code Lily10 and the entire 10% you get off. So you can do that as long as you are ordering from me. And so I am so grateful to Keep Me Safe Organics for that. And then there is First Alternative Care for $35 a month. Your entire household get unlimited telemedicine, dermatology, and 3 hours of mental health counseling a year. And so that is something I am really excited about because that's going to save you some money and change the way. So go to whenyouneedafriend.com, click on and that button for Keep Me Safe, First Alternative Care, and you will be able to learn this new truth. And then finally, Liberty Health Share. Oh, and let's not forget the pharmacy in Merritt Island. Love them. Okay, I can't hear the music, so let me know when we're getting started. Okay, so if you are the I'll say this when we get back. 10 seconds.
Shops upon Avedra.
You can count on me. I'll be right here waiting for you.
You can text Lillian McDermott or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott Radio Show, where I am speaking to you from my heart worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. And today I'm talking about gifts and lessons this year for me, and the things that I want to focus on as we go into the 2019. And I just want to make sure that instead of making New Year's resolutions, which don't work, only 8% of people that make a New Year's resolution keep it. I would like for you to become aware and make a new year commitment, a change, of a reshaping, a reforming at what you want in life. And so I want to encourage you to go to whenyouneedafriend.com. That's where the magic happens. This is where we work together to become a movement of like-minded people, of movement that is going to change and reformat, reframe what we want in life. What do you want? Well, what I want is for you to become a subscriber at whenyouneedafriend.com. And while you're there, when you become a subscriber, you will get some free gifts. Because we were talking about lack thinking, one of the things that will help you with this to get out of lack thinking is to become a subscriber. And when you become a subscriber, you will get my 90-day challenge to self-love ebook. When you do this for 90 days, you will reconnect with your spirit. You will reconnect with a higher, whatever that higher source is for you. What is it? And so when we're feeling detached or anxious and we're feeling all these things that you're going, I need to take a pill. I need to take a pill to numb my feelings. Your body is speaking to you and saying, hey, let's work together. Let's change some things around so that we can achieve happiness. So when you become a subscriber, you'll get the 90-day challenge, a 90-day challenge to self-love ebook for free. And then while you're there, make sure you click onto my Facebook at Lillian's Radio Show. Right now, you can hear the on and off the air conversations at Lillian's Radio Show. So I want to encourage you to go to Facebook and become a follower or like me there. I think if you like and you follow, you get all my posts, but not everybody does. So it's so important that we connect in different ways so that you know the different things that are happening on the show and who's going to be a guest on the show. Also, there is the YouTube video. So if you don't have the time at 8 o'clock in the morning or on a Saturday at 11 or at different times throughout the day, you have YouTube, the on and off the air conversations, or there's podcasts. So when you're on YouTube, if you subscribe, the video will be sent to you, as well as when you subscribe at whenyouneedafriend.com, then you get the audio, which recorded on the station. And so you don't get the off-the-air conversations then, you just get the on-the-air conversations, because this is a radio show, this is a YouTube channel, and this is also Facebook Live at Lillian's Radio Show. So make sure that you stay connected with me, and that's how you stay connected. While you're at whenyouneedafriend.com, I ask that you check out my sponsors like Liberty Health Share, that are making sure that this show is heard all over the world, and they are sponsors, and they are that's what I practice for health care. I use them for my health care, and how wonderful that they are now a sponsor of the Lillian McDermott Radio Show. So check out my sponsors and support them the way they're supporting the show. If you don't like YouTube, you don't like Facebook, Lillian's Radio Show, or Instagram, or all these different, and if you're a podcast kind of person, I'm on iTunes, Google Play Music, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, Spotify, and TuneIn. You can find me at TuneIn. There's so many different ways that you can grow with me on the show. This is a classroom. This is a classroom so that we can empower ourselves to learn this new truth. When we were kids, treating others the way you wanted to be treated supported you. It worked well. But as you get older, I may not want to be treated the way you want to be treated. So that truth does not support us anymore. We need to be aware of what other people need and they want. And so that's where we can be of service to others. And so today, if you want a copy of Everyday Spirit, this is what I do every morning. You'll find me at 4:30 in the morning or 5 o'clock. And I spend some time with Mary Davis, sharing the thought of the day, her experience of the day, and it takes you from the world to your spirit. And so that is one of the gifts and lessons that I've learned this year, which is that it's not just mind, body, spirit. It is spirit, mind, body. I've had doctors like Dr. Lee Cowden say on the show that you can try to heal your body, but it'll be very, very expensive to heal your body without a spiritual healing, connection. And some people say, well, I don't believe in God. That's okay. You have a spirit. God is spirit, or whatever you want to call, whatever that spirit, that connection to the Creator, that's what I'm talking about. I may not necessarily call it a name that you might call it, but it's that connection with a higher power. Higher power. And so if you are the 7th caller or texter at 407-373-5959, that's 407-373-5959, and you will get a free copy of Everyday Spirit, and we can join me at 4:30 in the morning or whatever time you want to do it. You can text me and say, oh wow, this was a great meditation today. And so for those of you who are watching on Facebook Live, if you're watching on Facebook Live, the 7th message that I get, I'm talking about Messenger, a private Messenger message. You can go on whenyouneedafriend.com now, and you can click on Messenger too, and you can send a private message to me. So before we went on the break, we were talking about lack thinking, stinking thinking. And now during the break, I was talking to Andre, and I don't know if he was listening, but hopefully he was listening. But when you are constantly focusing on what you don't want, I don't want to be late. I don't want to get fired. I don't want to be, I don't want to marry an alcoholic. If you focus on the don't, the brain doesn't identify the don't. It just identifies and focuses on whatever you say after that. Interesting, right? We don't know that. We don't know how to properly think so that we can manifest a clearer intention. So what happens is the brain does not recognize fact from fiction. It doesn't recognize do for don't. So with that in mind, what comes afterwards is what you're going to be thinking about. So if you don't want to be poor, then focus on being wealthy. If you don't want to be late, focus on being on time. I will be on time. So those are examples. So the acronym for lack is lamenting, complaining all the time of what you don't have. Anxiety. If you're feeling anxious right now, chances are you've got that thinking of mind, that lack thinking. And then there's comparing yourself to others. Oh, that is horrible. You are uniquely created. Why would you compare to somebody else? Yes, you can admire somebody's accomplishments, but to compare yourself that they have more than you, that doesn't work so well. And then there's the last thing, which is the killjoy. The dream ends before it begins. So now let's change it. Let's shift to abundant thinking. Who said realism is about what could go wrong? What if it goes right? What if you focus on what could go right? So the acronym I have for the abundance thinking, the abundant mind that will lead to an abundant life, is FACT. So FACT is focus, awareness, curiosity, and trust. So how do we get that? So focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Find a way to create what you want and eliminate the don'ts, eliminate the lack. So focus on what you want. So what do you want? I want to be on time. So I need to focus on how do I achieve being on time? I need to make sure, let's say I want to go to the gym the next day. I need to focus on the night before, taking out all my clothes for the gym so that I can be successful the next morning. So I'm going to focus on going to the gym. I set everything up. I've got everything ready. And I wake up. I don't have to think, find anything. I am ready to go. I want to focus on my health. So that's what I do. I don't focus on not being sick. I focus on being healthy. I don't want to focus on poverty. I want to focus on being wealthy. I want to focus on lack or whatever it is. I want to focus on what I want. So awareness, becoming aware. I asked Andre during the break, do you think about lack or do you think about abundance? And he said lack. So what I want is that awareness is crucial. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? Is it lack or is it abundance? So being aware and making that little shift, and finally trusting the process. First it's the thought, then it's the feeling, then it's the action. Trust that process and it will happen. And we're going to continue our conversation when we return worldwide at whenyouneedafriend.com. And remember, 407-373-5959, 7th caller or texter, and we'll continue talking about the gifts and lessons. We'll be right here waiting for you. Okay, so here we go. Here we go. So I know that some of you on Facebook Live or on YouTube later on have a dream, a wish list. And so instead of your New Year's resolutions, how about if you make some new commitments for this year of what you want? You want to be wealthy, you want to be healthy, you want to be wise, you want to be loved. That's my mantra. I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am wise, I am love. So that's what I want. And because that's what I want, that's what I focus on. And the moment I feel anxious, the moment I complain, the moment I kill my dream or lament of what I don't have, then I slip back into lack thinking. And so part of it is that if you are doing the right things and you are eating the right way and you are doing all the things that you want to do, but it's still not happening, perhaps there is something that needs to change. Perhaps there's a childhood trauma. Perhaps there is a person that you need to forgive from your past. What is it? So that's what I want to talk about in my next segment. I want to talk about that healing of the spirit and the mind. I already talked about Bill Walsh and how we're going to be looking at what are the different components that could be contributing to disease. Because there's a lot of people that might eat, like I hear people that are morbidly obese saying to me, I don't have diabetes. Well, why does that person not have diabetes and somebody else that might be more slender than they are have diabetes? And what they've discovered is that perhaps it's the toxins in their body, the plastics, the glyphosates, the GMOs, the pesticides. And I'm saying that, I'm repeating it and calling it in different names. So maybe that's what it is. That is the difference. So we're going to focus on that. Next year, we're going to focus and we're going to be giving away some wonderful prizes. And if you are watching on Facebook Live, be the seventh messenger, and you will get Everyday Spirit so that you can start connecting with your spirit. Okay, so I am going to, and 407-373-5959 will get you the 7th copy, the 7th caller or texter will get you the book. Okay, so here we go. The next thing we're going to talk about is forgiveness and focus on 100% responsibility. That is probably the biggest gift I can give everybody that is watching today, which is to change from victim mentality to empowerment. There's another way that you can flip the lack mentality.
You can count on me. I'll be right here waiting for you.
Is this the last segment, Andre?
You can text Lillian McDermott
Yes,
or leave her a voicemail at 407-373-5959. Once again, here's Lillian.
Welcome back to the Lillian McDermott radio show, where we always learn and grow together. Today, I am sharing my gifts and lessons. This is my last show of the year. I want to remind you that if you want to be a part of the Heal Tribe on January 17th, 2019, Dr. Joel Furman will be a guest. You need to RSVP, you need to let me know that you're coming, and you can go to Heal Tribe. That's Heal, Healthy Eating and Living Tribe. So it's Heal, Healthy Eating and Living. It's in Jacksonville. So if you live in the Jacksonville area, if you want to go, we're going to Zoom him in. We're going to, you'll have the opportunity to ask Dr. Joel Fuhrman your questions that you've been wanting to ask, but you couldn't because there's never enough time on the Lillian McDermott radio show. Today, I'm also giving one of my favorite books of the year is Everyday Spirit, and be the 7th caller or texter, and you will win a free copy of Everyday Spirit. If you are listening on Facebook Live at Lillian's Radio Show, that's with a plural, Lillian's Radio Show, then you, if you message me, be the 7th message that I get, and I will give you a free copy. I'll send it to you. And so this is what we're talking about, is the gifts and lessons of this year. And I wanted to, I want to make sure that we talk about abundance thinking. And I talked about the lack mentality that leads to lamenting, anxiety, comparing yourself, and killjoy, and that will just create more lack. And then the abundance, which is to focus on what you want. And so instead of lack, focus on fact, which is if you are focusing on abundance, you will be able to create abundance. And that's focus, awareness, curiosity, and consider the possibilities that are out there. Trust the process, that if you change the way you think, that way they'll be able to achieve the abundance that you want. Now, while we were on the break, I was talking about where I want to go next. For those of you who are eating perfectly and exercising every day and doing everything perfect, I have something else that I want to add. And it's the spirit and the mind connection, the spirit, the mind, and the gut connection, that we're all interwoven, all interconnected. I am connected to you through thought, through feeling, through action. I just shared with Mary Davis, that yesterday her meditation was about the day that her daughter was born, stillborn, Angela. And yesterday was my father's birthday, his 88th birthday. And I experienced a miscarriage. And that connection to her loss and my loss will forever join us. And so we are all connected. And so I want to talk about healing. Dr. Lee Cowden shared on my show that you can spend a lot of money on your body, but it won't heal. It will take so much money to heal your body if you're unwilling to heal your spirit, to connect to your creator. And so I wanted to go over what I love is the 100% responsibility page at whenyouneedafriend.com. I want to encourage you there so that you can go from that victim, because we are victims when we're children. Absolutely. We are victims of crimes. Absolutely. We are victims of people who want to take advantage of us. But we can turn it around. Will you carry that memory of victimization with you for the rest of your life? Or will you take 100% ownership of your life regardless of what's happened? So right now, not only I want to talk about abundance thinking, but another way to achieve that is to be 100% responsible. So when you go to whenyouneedafriend.com to the 100% responsible page, there are 4 little questions that will help you go from this lack to abundance, from victim to responsible, to a victor. And so the first question is, how did I create it? How did I create it? Now, responsibility has nothing to do with blame, shame, fault, or duty. It has nothing to do with that. Taking ownership of your life is saying, regardless of what they did, I'm going to live my life anyway. I'm going to be successful anyway. I'm going to be happy anyway. How do you achieve that? When you are blaming yourself for not doing this or not doing that. It was part of the journey. So how did that happen? So it happened because you created it. Well, how did you create it without fault, blame, shame, or duty? I created it because I was born into the family. I created it because I happened to be at a certain place at a certain time. I created it because it was a part of my journey. So whatever it is that is holding you back in that lack thinking, how did you create it is the first question. The second one is, what are the gifts and lessons? You know, I shared about my miscarriage that I had, and that was so painful for me. But Angela was born, it was a stillborn for Mary Davis. And so that was painful for her. How do you get to that being a gift? I'm telling you, I appreciate people so much when I hear that they have suffered a loss like that. And it's made me more aware of the pain. And it's made me aware that life is precious. What a gift that is. What a gift. And yes, it was a difficult time. It was difficult when I went through my divorce. It was difficult. But look at what I appreciated. I appreciated the person that would steal my heart and would grow with me to today. So all these things that were just like really horrible at the time, there are gifts and lessons, but it's time. You know, remember I said you go back? When you go back, you can appreciate, but not to be critical of what you should have done, but appreciate what you wanted and write it down. Write what you want. Write the gifts and lessons down. Remember that. Remember it. You know, yesterday was my father's birthday, and we brought back, I recreated a video that was a VHS into a DVD. And my dad watched this video of our love song that we wrote to him. And when he was done with the video, he said, I forgot all of that happened in my life. When you forget all those things, the beautiful things that happen, that's when depression sets in. That's when lack thinking comes in. It's time to remember. Then the next question in taking 100% responsibility is, what's going to be different? Well, after my divorce, I wasn't going to marry again. But then I found someone that met my criteria, that met that person that wanted to grow with me, that had my core values. What was going to be different is I was going to pick the person that was going to be the best person for me and I for them. I didn't have to change myself, but I did grow with him. So what's going to be different? Because if you repeat the same problem over and over again, it's not that other person, it's you. You've got to nip it in the thought, nip it in the feeling, nip it in the action. And the fourth question in taking 100% responsibility is, how can I give back to the greater good what I learned? Acceptance of what is will help you just give back and say to someone else who's at the beginning of their journey, I can help you with this. This is what happened to me. And this is how I want to create something new, is to learn and give back. And then all of a sudden you realize that this didn't happen to you, it happened for you, so that you can be a better person, be a better you. There's only one you. And I hope that in taking 100% responsibility, your life will change. So that's my gifts and lessons for the year, and tune in for 2019. I'm taking a much needed break, and I hope that you will keep spreading the good news about the word of the show, that you'll like this video, that you will share it with your friends. Help 2019 be the best year for the show ever, and that you will continue to enjoy the shows that we've picked out for you for the next 2 weeks, and that you will continue to grow with us. And may you and yours have a beautiful holiday season full of love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make it the best holiday season ever. And I get to see that with myself. So I get to say, good job, good job. Okay, so here we go. For those of you who are on Facebook Live right now, be the 7th person to send me a message on Messenger, a private message, and get the book, Everyday Spirit. Everyday Spirit is what I do every morning. And I'm going to start a new year with Everyday Spirit. And I'm looking forward to the beginning of the book because I started in August. And so if you are the 7th messenger, private messenger, because if I do it publicly, then people wait until the 7th person, and that's not fair. So privately, it's the messenger. So with that in mind, be the 7th, and then we get to spend whatever first fruits, give your first fruits to yourself. Now, this is my little extra bonus. I want to talk about forgiveness. Many of us can't get past the fact that someone hurt us. And so I want to prepare you for forgiveness. Forgiveness is a gift for you. It is not condoning what the other person did. There's a difference between forgiveness and trust. Forgiveness, let me say trust, is something you earn. You build it your whole entire life, and it takes a second to break that trust. And then, if you're allowed an opportunity to build trust again, then you work at it again. You have to start from square one again. Forgiveness is for yourself. And one of my favorite quotes was from Dr. Wayne Dyer, who quoted, I think it was Max Planck. I don't know. No. This was a quote from him that I heard that he quoted somebody else. He was great at quoting other people. The quote is, "It's not the snake bite that kills you. It's the venom that runs through your veins." So just recently, I discovered that I was harboring something, and I thought I had forgiven them, and I thought I had accepted it. But the clue for me was that when I thought of them, I was angry. When I thought of them, I didn't want to give. I didn't want to give love. I didn't want to be myself, which is to give and receive love and knowledge, right? So I knew I needed to do more work. You know. So I've had people that have hurt me in the past, and I've been able to go back to them and say, I love them. I love, maybe not physically say to them in their face that I love them. And I've had the opportunity to do that even after they've hurt me. But again, what was my part in that is always so important. How did I create it? With the gifts and lessons? What's going to be different? And then how do I give back? So this is how I'm giving back. There was a time in my life that there was a separation with a family member. And so you see your family. You just can't divorce your family. They're your family. I mean, unless there's abuse and they are hurting you, you can love them from afar, but love is so important. And so with that in mind, I knew that the holidays were coming and that I was going to be seeing this person who had hurt me. I mean, intentionally. And I thought I was feeling really, really bad because I knew I was dealing with lack of forgiveness. Again, lack, lamenting, anxiety, comparing, killjoy. And so I remember, as a life coach or as an individual, we need to be self-cleaning ovens. And I needed to clean the junk out of my system, clean the poison out of my system. So what did I do? I started wishing that person love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Where do you think this comes from? That's my signature close, because that is so important for our spirit. So yes, you can focus on eating well. And yes, you can focus on exercise and making lots of money. But if you lack forgiveness, that's when disease, that memory will store in your body, and it'll start manifesting into a disease. I mean, they can go back to what the symptoms are all the way to the root cause. And they'll be able to tell you some of the intuitive healers that I've had on my show, like Dr. Mona Lisa Schultz. that will say, okay, well, this is fine. This is the part of your body that is hurting, and that's where the symptom is. You need to deal with family. You need to deal with lack of self-esteem. You need to deal with, and they're able to go back. Where was the first time that you felt this feeling? Heal that. And all of a sudden, this disease goes away. Amazing. The problem is that the body is trying to align with the brain. The brain neglects. So this is a quote from me, which is, the body will not forget what the brain wants to neglect. So hear this. It's time. The body says, hey, if you don't want to deal with it, I'm going to give you the pain that you're trying to avoid. But you bring this with you. But once you become aware that you need to forgive that person, or that person's name, just like, when you just hear their name, you don't even want to talk about them. There's something to dig. That's when you take out your soul shovel and start digging, digging, digging until there's only truth. So that's what you do. You start remembering that person. And at the beginning, it might be, I wish you love. I wish you peace. I wish you wealth. I wish you unexpected abundance. Because guess what? What you wish unto others will come back to you. So if you wish that you die, that you rot in hell, that you do all those things, that you get a terrible disease and your tongue will fall off. If you wish those things, it's going to come back to you. Shh. Don't wish them on your worst enemy. It will come back to you. But if you wish everybody, name them. Love, peace, joy, unexpected abundance, success, happiness, whatever it is that you want for yourself, wish it onto somebody else. Somebody cuts you off on the street, you're driving, somebody cuts you off. Oh, don't give them the finger. Guess what? You're going to get the finger back. Just say, I know, I've done that before. Somebody must have been wanting to give me the finger because I just did it myself. So there's so many different ways. Be curious about your health. Be curious about your spirit, your mind, and start to heal. And start to heal. Truly heal. So let's go back to the abundance thinking. Focus. Focus on what you want. Find the way. Just like water. I wrote an article called I Am Water. Read it. Go to whenyouneedafriend.com and go to my articles that I've written for Florida Today. Read it. Water finds a way. There could be a crack on the opposite side of your house, but it's going to find a way to come and be a reminder in your home that there's something wrong with your roof. Find a way, find the light, find the crack, and make it happen. A is awareness. So we're changing lack to fact. So A is awareness. Be aware that that name, that person, that incident just rips you apart. Be aware and say, I need to be about sending love and healing and all those things so that I can receive that too. Remember, it's not the snake bite that kills you. It's the venom that runs through your blood. You're not condoning. And you may need to love that person from afar, but forgiveness is for you. Curiosity. Be curious about what happened. Be able to consider making changes and see the possibilities that are ahead of you. And then trust the process. And the process is, first it's the thought, then it's the feeling, and then it's the action. And this is my last show of the year. I'm so excited that I'm going to take some time off. I do hope that you'll watch and listen. Become a subscriber at whenyounneedafriend.com. Share this video. Share it with anybody that is needing some healing. Body, mind, and spirit. Spirit, mind, and body. Let's make that shift for 2019. That's my focus for next year. We're going to focus on the mind. We're going to focus on so much. And we're going to heal spirit, mind, and body. I wish you and yours love, peace, joy, and unexpected abundance. Make 2019 an opportunity to create everything that you want. It's a fact. It's a fact that if you focus on what you want, you will get it. Please like us, share us, help me grow this show. I ask that is what I want. That's my gift. I want you to give back to me this time by sharing it with others. And don't be a hoarder. And so I use the don't word. And so eventually I'm saying hoard. I'm saying be a giver, share. I love you, and I love everything that we're doing here on the show. And if you need anything, and if you need any topic, please share it with that too. So I'm saying goodbye to you on Facebook Live. I hope that you too have the best year ever. And now I get to stop the recording.